To another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness, Vampire, the Requiem, a Requiem for London. Tonight we set our scene once again with a coalition of kindred hired by Archon Rouvroy to, instead of investigate the state of the House of Pride, this time we've been employed to apprehend those inside. Specifically the Fee Kindred at Hartwell, Goodman, Samira, and various other kindred discovered while they were investigating the self-help group. Once more, you're all driving up northwards out of London, just beyond the boundaries of the domain. Parking off the side, an empty road in a small stretch of woodland. The Archon in one vehicle, the rest of you in another. Once you're out, she and her retainers. You do not sense a predatory aura from them. Approach you. Given what you have told me, I am expecting heavy resistance walking into this building. Will among you know how to conceal yourselves?
Julian would point over to Hartwell.
I can also do so.
I can.
Then if one of you could conceal Goodman.
Violet will volunteer.
Violet, basically when you conceal yourself, you just need to touch Goodman and spend an additional blood point.
Can do.
You have your escape through this.
Sorry, was this, do you have blood or?
No.
Sorry?
What?
Was this, do you have the blood? Question? Sorry, I didn't quite hear.
You have to spend an additional blood point when you trigger off escape free. And you have to be touching Goodman, but you can cause him to vanish with you.
Yeah, Violet will do that then, and I will note the blood expenditure.
The goal is to apprehend these kindred. Not kill them, but it will not surprise me if they force you to such measures. I want this to be quick.
We are-
shall enter through the front. The rest of you shall enter the building under concealment. And we break through the main entrance. Hopefully this should provide you with an opportunity to locate and give these kindred some alone time.
Well, they will be prepared, and we're attacking in their home of power yet again. They will also be heavily fortified.
It is dangerous to attack kindred in home territory, particularly those skilled in the art of beast speaking. All the more reason to be as swift as possible. I will be moving between each force, prioritizing whichever one requires my assistance the most. However, I trust that you are capable enough that you will not need my assistance. There is certainly enough of you.
So be it.
Very well.
Not fun.
Tamir will give a nod.
And I shall see you shortly.
Since we are doing what we're doing, and since it's already been set up the place, what exactly our intent is. Julie's going to bring out a pithing needle and begin going to a repetitive mantra, then stab himself in the heart to activate the true frenzy. And I'm giving the beast the goal that we're attacking the people that we attacked last time. So right now we're stalking.
Okay.
So,
In this state, you'll be able to control your frenzy. However, keep in mind that you will not be able to communicate with people outside of the frenzy.
no,
That's actually something I learned recently.
No, I am relatively monstrous in this form. Outside of direction, I can give myself. So, yeah, but you do the dice rolls. See how long it takes.
You start rolling those dice. The rest of you, I presume, you cloak yourselves. The Archon does as well. I'll just provide you with the Archon's face clean real quick. I believe most of you have seen it before, but...
Is this the Kibit Archon or a different one, Chris?
Same one.
Yep. Alright, I'm good. And I got a critical on the second roll. So, yay. Regain willpower. But yeah, Julian all of a sudden gets very, very bulky. His fangs get really large. He has extended fingernails. And his eyes are without pupils.
Okay. So, under the cover of Obfuscate, you begin to move into the compound. I believe everybody but Violet has been here before. It's basically... It's basically a self-help retreat. Most of the buildings are only a few stories tall. There's a gymnasium, an obvious sort of residential hotel-esque area, the place where everybody's staying. Fence surrounding the overall area. Path that leads up to the front. There's a car park. There's also a small fountain at the front. It is the Archon's group, although she has obfuscated herself, and moves in first, and they begin soaring their way through the fence. Anybody want to make... actually, everybody can make me wits plus composure real quick.
Is this a perception check or a mental challenge?
It's wits plus composure. A perception check is a mental test.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure because they get bonuses for sensing things while I'm in frenzy.
You do.
5 successes, damn.
4 success.
Oh, your dice luck for this scene.
Ah!
Now
Meanwhile, the dice.
Oh, no, I just stole
see
Evan's
how
dice luck.
Samira got her dice luck now.
You've stolen.
Meanwhile-
Oh no! You've stolen my superpower.
She's pulled a roll.
Meanwhile, the dice bot said Evan has no rights.
It sure did.
Oops, sorry, I need a roll. So
Yep. Julian, you roll, and Violet, you roll as well.
Yep. And my blood potency for my crented senses is at 7.
Successes, that's good. Violet? You rolled in dice roller 2. Okay. Everybody roll in dice roller 1 just so we can keep the dice rolls all together. 5 successes. Alright, so start off with people who got the fewest. Heartwell, you don't really sense anything. You don't see or hear anything other than the trudging of Invictus retainers against the grass and dirt. Julian, you can see something, a few things moving around the foliage, the dirt, the grass. It's difficult to see though, you don't get a clear look. Samira, you see much the same thing. There's something moving in the grass. Several of them actually. Violet, you see quite a few snakes moving through the grass. Some coiled up on trees.
Can the Archon see me when I'm in obfuscate?
I don't believe they can.
Okay,
There's
Vi's
nothing
gonna watch
in the rules that says they can or can't, so I'm ruling it as they can't because they're still living things with regular senses.
Okay, Vi is just gonna kind of. The fuck? Why are there snakes here? Sorry, go on.
It appears they're keeping watch, but they don't see you. They do see the Archon soldiers.
Shreds, you say?
They're all coming in quite heavily armed. They look like they're coming in with riot gear and shotguns. They've got a ram to break through the door with. Make it up to the door. And you see that they get out their ram. It's just a small black cylinder, really. And then begin rhythmically banging the door down with it. You see, as they do that, a lot of the snakes that you see, Violet, begin to turn towards and head towards the retainers. In very large numbers.
Can't the Archon see this in particular? Like, when I look at her, does she notice the snake?
You can't see her, so you don't know whether she's noticed it or not.
Well, Retainer's gone dead.
They notice the animals converging on them as they batter down the door. And as they batter down the door, it's not just from the outside, but you see snakes from upstairs of the building they're breaking into, the main building where people stay. And from a staff room area as well, that has its door conspicuously left open. And the retainers begin shooting. They keep their composure, funnily enough. They seem well trained. They seem to gather up in a small, small square circle shape. Covering each other's backs and begin to let loose into the small swarm of snakes, but there are quite a lot of snakes.
Snake.
This isn't a Stathite residence, is it?
The cat don't have animalism. This does give you an opportunity to break in, though. Given the fact that the door to the staff room was left open, I do know that was the same general route you took down to this place's little ritual room, their little shrine. Doesn't take a genius to know, perhaps, where the target may be.
Let us know, Chris, when we have to do the inevitable clashes of wills to keep our obfuscate.
I'm glad you brought it up, because I was going to wait until you said you walked inside, but since you've mentioned it,
I knew it was coming, friend.
everybody who's under obfuscate, or everybody who's using obfuscate rather, so for Julian this does not apply.
Yay.
Can Hartwell, Violet and Samira all roll obfuscate plus blood potency, please.
First, willpower spent to the night. Ooh, good. I'm glad I got the 4 on that roll.
Also gonna spend a willpower. Not terrible.
Okay. When you cross the boundary into the building, you feel something press against your minds and your obfuscation, but it does not break it. And you are able to continue into the building unseen. I assume you head down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Down,
So-
down to Goblin Town. You go.
I assume Violet's been briefed on the general layout of this building since she's never been before.
Yeah, basically, you go through the staff room into another room, which leads to a stairwell which goes down to a basement level. At the basement level, there are two rather ominous-looking doors that open up into a large circular room. Not too dissimilar to the foyer in shape, but the decor is that of Actually, you can make me an academics roll if you like.
What's the pool?
Oh, pardon?
What's the pool?
Intelligence academics.
One success.
Okay. It's the story. It's the tale of Medusa and Perseus, but flipped. So it's told from the perspective of the Gorgons as opposed to Perseus and the Olympians. Or at least that is the imagery you're looking at. At the back end of the room is a shrine that is surrounded by a large pit. In front of this shrine is a familiar looking face to all of you except Violet. This woman, she has a strong predatory aura She is sitting down. Her body is completely covered in scales, such that there is not a speck of actual human flesh on her body. Her arms are gigantic snake heads. She does not really resemble a human.
But
In
she
fact-
might be about to. Sorry, I completely forgot I had this, Chris. Do you remember the
Yeah, I know
Hartwell
you
had?
have, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't use it last time.
You have not, no.
Would I have to de-obfuscate to use it?
I mean, it would alert her to somebody's presence, at the very least. I think it probably would. I would count this as an attack.
That seems entirely fair. In that case, I'll wait to use it.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, another thing, Violet, you see are 3 stone coffins. One, sort of in one set near the pit. One is on the left, one is on the right.
Violet over here, leaving my house was not worth it.
It's like they're less coffins, more sarcophagi. But they look recent. They don't look like they're particularly ancient.
There is a very clear difference between those two. Anyway, go on, sorry.
Whether she sees you or not is unclear, but she doesn't seem to make a move against you. She appears to be patiently waiting.
An indication of waiting for what exactly, or is it not clear?
It's not immediately obvious. She is perfectly still. The only things that move are the eyelids of the large snake heads that make up her arms. They are
quick-
enormous. They could bite off your head.
Quick important question to kind of understand tactically what to do. So Julian gave his beast the command of basically kill these mofos. Does that mean he will now be drawn to just charge this individual when he sees them? How does this work?
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Okay. We now follow Hartwell's battle strategy of in chest, the pawns go first.
I'm at least at night.
So, Julian, you will get a surprise attack.
Okay. Oh.
Also, unrelated question, but his breaking out of obfuscate won't break mine, will it?
No, it'll break him out of obfuscate, but it won't break your obfuscate.
Excellent.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm going to grapple somebody. So I'm going to grapple not the obvious. Is it only her right now? It's not her 2 friends that
They don't appear
grappling.
to be here, no.
Yep, too bad. Said no guts, no glory. So yeah, I'm grappling her. And the advantage of a sneak attack is what exactly? I don't do this too often.
You get to roll and they don't get to use their defense.
Okie dokie.
So you get no penalty, basically, to attack them.
Alright. And I'm going to spin blood and a willpower. Let's see, and my strength is actually higher now because I'm in the super rage. Oh no, that's not that. I'm blood potency 2, so yeah, my strength is higher. Duh. Yeah. So that's 5 plus 4. Yep, which is 9. And the willpower is 12 plus another 2 from blood surging. It's 14. Alright. So So now lots of things go off. When I succeed on my grapple, I do a bite at the same time. So, you write this shit down. And I'm going to do, because also of... Status, Let's see. So my bites do 1 plus lethal, because I'm in frenzy. And there we go.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Yep, not a problem. And yeah, so yeah, I do 5 lethal to her then. True lethal because of my fangs.
Just saying, I don't like this lady. I don't like this woman. I don't like the snakes.
Good.
That's what they do.
It's almost like she's wickedy twickedy evil or something like that. Who knew?
We don't know if she's evil. We just know she has a very distinct theme.
I mean, if you're gonna go for a theme, go all in. That's something I know. But
Can we just have a moment though to marvel in the phrase that is wickedy twickedy?
my God, Evan. But yeah, I'm a little concerned. Not gonna lie.
Good, because I have a rough idea what her stats is, and the 5 lethal that just got done to her won't do anything.
Yup.
I really need to make a backup character for this game. Because I have blood potency 1.
That's cool. I just got blood potency too.
I also only have blood potency 1. High 5.
Oh boy.
Who has Nightmare 5?
You have Nightmare 5, baby.
What's Nightmare in terms of this game?
The power of
Scary?
you shit your pants and run away.
Yup.
It's basically imagine if Dreadgate had his own discipline pool from V20.
Oh, thank you.
It's the power of being scary as shit.
I mean, Nosferatu are good at that.
Yeah.
Also,
that is-
I accidentally roasted fish mouth again this morning.
Wickedy twickedy.
Wickedy wickedy.
No.
Yeah.
Wickedy twickedy.
Wickedy twickedy, okay.
The twickedy is important.
Leave their house, they said. It'll be fine, they said.
It will be fine. Just don't. Right now, it's only one of them. You don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. You're still under obfuscate.
I mean, yeah, but Violet has anxiety. It's not great.
You can just sit in your corner and we'll do what we do best.
It's not wickedy twickedy. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed now. You've lost me.
Evan, what the actual peanut butter cracker cheesecake fuck?
That kind of sounded delicious, right up until the fuck.
Evan, don't roast me in my own house.
Yeah, okay. All of you just heard the sound of a brain aneurysm.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. And I do extra damage whenever I involve something with a grapple because of my positional dominance too.
Are we just gonna stand here and watch Julian get blended?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty hard to blend
no.
her.
Quite
And
possibly.
The reason I'm waiting is because he jumped, and I want to see where the others are. So basically, my theory is they're going to come to her defense.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, that's a totally valid
It's
battle
all-
strategy. It's just I haven't been keeping up with this plot, so I assume that y'all have let Violet know at least the very basics,
You may assume so if you wish, yes.
and that Vi is just gonna stay and obfuscate until she sees that she's directly needed in a fight, or until
Have
she
you
sees
considered-
Hartwell in that breakout.
Have you considered being wickety-twickety?
Have you considered that my vampire literally is paranoid to the point it should be a derangement?
Wickety-twickety.
You're a wickety twickety.
Damn right I am.
I hope Chris is okay.
Man had to go. You leave him be.
But oh boy, fucking Snake Lady and Julian get blended con.
I'm pretty hard to blend her. I could take a lot.
My dude, I am aware it is hard to blend the vampire characters, especially in Frenzy, but I also do not trust Christopher. He is a booler.
Yeah. Well, I did forget. I have a full thing of rag gear back way with Evan's previous character that I got when protecting his place. I just haven't had the reason to wear it again yet. Should have brought it with me today.
Rip in pieces.
So, one
If
agrees.
Or indeed, rippity-twickety.
If Violet dies, I should make Morgan's child.
Think of my sanity and don't.
Think of your sanity? Absolutely, I'm gonna do this now.
Alright.
I did 5 true lethal and 2 bludgeoning to her.
2 bashing, 5 lethal.
5 lethal, 2 bashing.
Okay, how much blood do you decide to take because you're biting her?
I only take 1 per bite. I cannot take multiple blood
You decide to
unless I get a protein. I believe is unavoidable.
You can choose.
I would say not yet. I don't need more. I don't need blood in my system yet. So no.
Okay. Alright, then you rip through her scales. They're very hard. They almost blunt your fangs completely, but you manage to tear through them. Do significant damage to her that causes her to scream as she leaps up and looks directly at you as you get her on a grapple. We're going to roll initiative for everybody now, because even though you're an obfuscate, you will be able to make attacks without her benefiting from defense, but she is now where she's under assault, so... Everybody roll your initiative. And I'll put it in a notepad.
What's initiative in this game again? I'm so sorry.
Roll a d10, and the modifier is your dexterity plus composure.
Cool.
Ooh.
I believe it's your lowest of your wits or your dexterity, correct?
Just dexterity plus composure.
Okay.
Where do you want us to write this?
My dexterity is up by 2 now. So that's 4, 7. So yeah, I have a natural 7 now.
Oh, and Chris, since it might become important, and since I did it for the lols, because I don't actually know what it does properly yet, I'm totally wearing that piece of clothing.
Oh, that.
Consider this a test run. Literally, that's Hartwell's entire opinion. Consider this a test run.
Okay. Then I'm at 10.
There we go. Lucas put in the OC voice chat response. That was a good idea.
Okay, let's see who we got here.
And don't forget, we're in their haven/safe place, so they get all the bonuses.
They do.
Hey, Chris.
Mhm.
Quick unrelated question. If Violet dies today, can I make Morgan's child?
No.
Drat.
Yep. You just roll for your dear friend. Okay. Oh, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. Violet, it is your turn.
Holding action, watching Julian.
It is our friend's turn. So two things are going to happen. First off, he's going to try and break out of this grapple.
Time for a dice off.
Time for a dice off.
Nice all.
And hooray for fighting styles, because I get to keep my bonuses. Five successes.
Oh, I know. She's not going to break out of fighting style. She has a much easier way to deal with this problem.
Oh. No, but my rule.
Julian get blended con.
She's going to melt into
My only
a very
weakness.
large, writhing mass of snakes.
He can do that trick. No, but my grapples.
And the snakes will hiss out, and all of you will hear something churn in the pit.
Oh.
Oh, Hakuna the fuck?
I'm gonna be eating so many snakes.
Well, speaking of getting eaten, she does technically have an attack action she can use on a certain angry gangrel that just tried to eat her.
That she can. My defense right now is actually kind of high. All the numbers now. I have to put all the bonuses I got right now. Because I'm in that super frenzy. So.
You are in the
Defense.
super frenzy. It's true.
Lower dexterity of wits, but I can still add my blood potency regardless. So my defense is naturally 2. Then add my blood potency to that, which is 4, plus my animal's grace from using willpower earlier, which is another 2, so that's 6. My defense is 6 right now.
I see.
She'll spend some blood to make this a bit easier for her. And she misses entirely.
Note to my fellow combat monsters: learn those fighting styles.
The thing is, I'd probably slung about, I don't know, from last night and today, about 50 bags of weed and not one single advanced lockpick, so I don't really know what the fuck is going on, but I ain't gonna be doing that anymore, you know? I'm good. I am good. It's not worth it cornering weed for fucking $92 a bag, bro. A fucking 12k fine, you kidding me?
Also holding
Suck my
action.
cock, I'm not doing this dog shit anymore.
Don't worry, we are
It'd be
going to
different if we were
help.
making a
once we figured
shit
out
ton
what's
of
going to
money, dude. I'm
happen.
making fucking $92.
Maybe.
What's a shame about the gangrel?
So what you doing,
Just shreds,
Samira?
you say.
It's a good time for
holding
you to-
action.
No, you're all holding your action.
They're using me as a very loud, angry distraction.
Well,
Yup.
it is currently the end of the round, so if you don't use your actions now, they'll be wasted.
I am happy to waste my action.
Okay?
Yeah,
I want to
same.
know what the fuck's coming out of that pit before I do jack shit.
Yup.
Right, the round ends, and whatever's in that pit emerges, and it is a very large, human-sized viper. Several times the length of a human, but with a mouth large enough to probably swallow a human in one gulp.
In terms of, for scientific curiosity, is it the size of the Titanoball or smaller?
Pardon?
Okay. In terms of big snakeish, is it like gargantuan size, like quite literally megalodon, megafauna type size, or like just a bit bigger than an anaconda? Sorry, trying to get a comparison.
Oh, it's significantly larger than an anaconda. Significantly so.
Okay, so okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I appreciate your patience.
Well, Chris, you know
I'm
how I
gonna
made
eat
a
it.
joke last time we did this about
Bring
meeting the
up my pitch
basilisk?
then.
Oh yeah, you did say that last time, didn't you?
What did you say last time, sorry?
I made a joke about were we going down into the Chamber of Secrets to fight the basilisk?
You did.
Looks like we just did.
I was gonna say.
Said I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, you could have made a deal with Voldemort.
Eh,
Basically, I actually don't care. Actually, weird question, Chris. Does Big Snake have a predatory aura?
No.
Okay. I wanted to know if it was basically like the sisters merged into a snake or something horrific. Thank fuck that is not the case.
So what you do?
Oh, is it my turn?
Maybe. What
Mine,
would
I
you
believe,
do?
unless they got more initiative than I did. Just trying to think what to do. So, Chris, is she still basically snakes on the ground? Like she hasn't reformed, right?
Yeah, she basically shed her body and turned into several dozen snakes on the ground. So rather than turning into one animal, she turned into many animals.
Are those snakes attempting to escape, or what are they doing?
It looks like they're going to fight you. Or bite you, rather.
Well, okay. Hmm. I have an idea. I have a really weird question. Julian is already frenzying, so he can't fear frenzy, right?
In theory, that reaction could be provoked.
Basically, Chris, I'm thinking of just doing bucket and lighting everything on fire, like basically lighting all of the snakes on fire.
Okay.
I know we have interpreted in most cases like things that would incite frenzy don't really matter because I am in frenzy, but I could still be be too scared.
It depends
But
on the scale of the flame. If it's just like, a fireplace, then you're probably not going to care. If the entire building lights on fire, the beast will notice and will probably prioritize a sense of level.
I guess the only thing I could really say would be I'd be less in a crazed like lunacy of fear. It'd just be the beast would go, well, fuck this, just leave.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Might look crazed, but yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna hold my action again to see if she will kind of combobulate. I'll hit her basically. But yeah. So I'm gonna hold my action to see what she does.
Okay. It is Violet's turn.
Can I make a roll of some kind to see if there's anything else around the room that I should be noticing? Like any hidden peoples or anything like that? Or is it fairly obvious from what we've already read rolled that there's only just like Snake Lady and Snake Owl in a corner?
Make me a quick all specs plus blood potency roll.
One success.
Don't see anything outside of the giant snake and this kindred that is now many snakes.
Oh boy.
You still have an action.
Holding it, I think.
Well done, Chris. You've literally paralyzed us all with terror.
I'm not paralyzed.
To be fair, Julian had to drive himself into a crazed frenzy.
That's not crazy. I am totally knowing what I'm doing. Kind of.
True.
It's hard to see past the red.
Yeah. Just because someone's a genius does not also mean that they're insane.
Yeah. So I'm assuming just by the nature of her being millions or dozens of snakes, I can't. It's unwise to try to eat them all.
Yeah.
Nah. So I'm just I'm gonna eat the big thing.
There are certain limitations.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the big thing.
Oh, we're gonna attack the big thing. Okay.
Yeah. I could use the blood. More grapple.
Okay, go grab.
Yeah.
Or whatever you prefer, really.
I could do both at the same time. No reason to. More blood, more willpower. And oh yeah, he needs to roll against me too.
Oh
Since,
yeah, oh yeah, I believe I changed the rules for this because it's done. I just skipped straight to the contested roll because it's so much simpler and easier.
Why? What's the actual rule?
The natural roll is so you roll. Julian would normally roll to grapple, just make a single dice roll minus the person's defense. Then the next turn, they roll off, and then they get different actions they can take depending on how they roll. But it's needlessly convoluted, so I just skipped straight to contested roll.
Like, because all it really does with the minus defense thing is if you get a exceptional success is you can do an action as you initiate the grapple.
Yeah.
Like,
which the roll off would allow Julian to do anyway. So.
Yeah, so it does just cut off a step that isn't necessary.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So how much did you get?
I got 4.
I got 5.
Alrighty. He still takes 2 bludgeoning from my positional defense. So as I was trying to grab my hole, I'm punching him in the face and trying to bite, but jerks me off.
So you do some light damage to it, but it takes the opportunity to sink its fangs quite deep into you.
Ooh. So he could do the same thing I can do. I would like to use resilience.
Yep, you can trigger resilience.
Alright, so
Do you have?
I have 3, so I can negate, 4?
Yes. So you negate any damage this creature does to you.
Okay. Yay! No hurts.
Although it does begin to flail Julian around.
Yeah. Well, I'm being the big distraction.
He is, you know.
I wish I knew what the fuck its sisters were, or if it would turn back into a person. Well, actually, it hasn't taken its action. She hasn't taken her action yet, has she?
Nope.
No, she's going to now, though.
Excellent.
There's a target.
Also, when you're grappled, isn't your defense like 2?
No.
It needs to do the hold maneuver to do that, and it basically causes the defense of both all participants in the grapple to lose their defense.
So I think I can negate that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. What's your defense currently?
Me?
6, right?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, because I spent willpower again, so I get all those bonuses. I keep losing my sheet tab.
Oh
there.
Wow, these snakes are covering the entire room. Or almost the entire room.
Oh wow, it can make that many snakes from your response.
Yeah. That's good to know.
Okay, so my willpower is at 4.
In conjunction, does that mean she can sense us if her snakes are covering the room?
You don't sense other snakes coming into the room, though. Okay, Julian, the snakes don't hit you.
Yay!
So it is Samira's turn.
It is. Would I be able to use Nightmare 2 on the snake, and would it break my obfuscate?
So the way Obfuscate 3 works is that nobody else sees you but the person you're targeting.
Okay.
So the snakes would see you if you used Nightmare 2 on them. That would definitely count as an offensive action.
The big snake. Not the snake, not the woman who is now a
The big snake would notice you, yes.
Okay. He seems pretty focused on Julian, so we'll do it. Yeah. Present.
Actually, I'm not sure if I'll double check to see if you can affect this, because it is a beast, not a person. I'll just double check though. Yeah, this might be animalism as opposed to nightmare.
That's fair.
If you want to do is frighten it, I'll let you do that. You wouldn't be able to do stuff like conjure illusions in front of it because it's not.
Yeah, no, I want to frighten it.
You just want to give it the fright condition so you can hit it with Nightmare 5, don't you?
You just want to spook it.
Perhaps. I perhaps want to give it the frightened condition, yes. So can I spook the snake?
It's going to be interesting to see if you see what happens if you succeed here, because I'm currently going through it in my mind, and normally individuals or things would flee when they're frightened, but this thing literally has nowhere to run to.
That's fair. Alright.
Depends
4
on.
successes. It resists with composure plus blood potency.
I would say it depends also on the system. I know in some games it's if you can't run, you cower, or at least you can defend yourself.
Yeah, I'm just looking up the condition now. It does address this issue. That's good. Oh, nice. 1 second. Basically. Oh, and I gets to roll against you. That's nice. It will probably fail.
I hope it does. I could use the blood.
Okay, it fails horribly.
Yay.
Nice. Alright. It gains the frightened condition. I did not activate Dread Presence, so it's just afraid in general. Not afraid of me specifically.
That's really what that's for then. It's mainly to keep you in obfuscate, right? That's the reason for the Dread Presence thing.
Yeah, I didn't put on Dread Presence to keep my obfuscate.
Because I was curious about that rule, because if Julian dies, Nosferatu is my next character. I was wondering, like, why does it keep saying if you have Dread Presence on, they know specifically it's you? Like, oh yeah, because you can obfuscate. So the idea is, if you make it say it's specifically you, it'd break your obfuscate.
It's built with those gosh darn Nosferatu in mind. But no, yeah, you terrify, it recoils, it reels back, flinging Julian from its jaws. And sort of sinks back into the pit.
No, my blood bank.
All right. Hey, Chris. Now that that's been done, the threat has been minimized. I would like to go and use my held action to crush a snake. Well, crush snake lady snakes.
Okay.
The crushing. Okie dokie, artichoke. All right. So where are we going? I've lost my entire thingamabob. I can't find my Discord channel. No.
Are you bringing down the roof on us?
No, I'm just gonna crush the snake with my fist.
Okay, cool. I was slightly concerned you were going to cave the roof in or something.
Not yet. Alright. So it's Hartwell's an obfuscate. He gets the sneak attack bonus for being an obfuscate. I'm gonna spend 2 blood to 1 to activate my vigor, and 1 for an additional 2 dice. And we're gonna crush a snake. I don't know how attacking swarms work, so is there anything that I need to, like, do I add minus dice or anything?
Defense is currently 2.
But does that get detracted from the fact she can't see me?
True, yeah.
Okie dokie. Don't fuck me up, though. Could have been worse. Alright. So in that case, that is a total of 4 plus that plus that. That is a total of 9 true lethal damage to her, Chris.
You begin crushing the snakes with your fists and your feet. This only causes more and more snakes to arise from the mass of snakes on the floor. Growing out of one another.
This is problematic. Whose turn is it now? Because I know I had a banked action, so that's what I just did. So where are we?
Mine, but Violet's still just remaining in the shadows, watching and waiting to see what's gonna happen and what she should do next.
I believe that takes it up to the top of the initiative then, Chris. Unless somebody else is going to intercede and punch.
Yeah, I believe it takes us back to the top.
Alright, so Chris, because I go first, I'm going to use my amulet. Guess who's being forced back to a humanoid form, or to an ordinary form. Not even with all of her snake coolness.
I think I know how this works, but I just need to look up. Did I get a write-up for this?
Yeah, you did, but apparently I use the Maker's blood potency, not mine. Because it's a blood potency roll, and it's a stupid high pool. It's like 15 or something like that. Because I've only ever used it once, and that was on Grayman, if you recall. It's in my thingamabob. Yeah, here it is. The Stone of Rigidity.
And I'm just curious, is this a directed effect or is it AoE?
It's directed.
Okay, good, because I don't want to be all of a sudden just reverted out of my frenzy. Like, oh shit, I needed that.
No, it has to be something that you haven't shape-shifted. You haven't used Protean. It's basically designed to counter you if you use Protean.
Did I think it was 15 dice? I think it's like, I think this would be 13.
Yeah, because it's their blood potency plus 5, so whatever. I don't know the blood potency of the person who made it.
13
So,
dice.
13 dice? And since I did it last time, fucking, I'll spend a willpower to do it because you said I could do it last time. So, and also, I'd very much like this person to be a person again.
Exceptional success. Okay. So you throw the stone. Everybody sees Hartwell has this marked stone in his hands, this pebble, and he tosses it into the mass of snakes. As he tosses it into the mass of snakes, it causes them to begin to writhe and die, and those closer to the center to almost get sucked into the point at which the stone landed, as the snakes begin to get forcibly bound together, almost like they're being twisted and tied together, as they slowly form back into the woman that was there before, but this time there is no scales, no snake heads. Although still snake-like eyes. Snake-like fangs and snake-like hair. And you see her violently cough up the pebble.
That is Hartwell's most niche magical item, but when it comes in handy, it comes in handy.
It's very, very useful.
I would say that's niche. Party.
That is a really useful weapon for our opponent.
Nobody likes dealing with protean users. It's
Who's up next?
I believe it's Violet.
Presumably she's a vampire, right?
You notice, yeah, she's a vampire.
And presumably Violet would have a stake, right?
Did you bring a stake?
Probably, yeah, she would have if this is like a particular mission in which we're facing vampires as a threat.
Okay.
So my question is, can I just stake her with an ordinary fucking stake?
Mm-hmm.
So she will obfuscate behind her, and let me find my dice pool real quick because I am curious. What the heck is this pool anyway?
It's your dexterity plus your melee plus, in your case, your obfuscate, because you're doing the sneak attack from obfuscate. Minus how many dice to hit the heart, Chris? I remember it's a fucking huge penalty.
It's the penalty is -3 dice. You'll get a flanking bonus of, I'll say, because you're behind her, +2 dice.
So you lose 1 dice.
So you'll lose 1 dice total. Remember, you do have vigor to buff this. And a stake does +0 damage.
And
That's a pool of 10. Holy shit.
And how many points of damage do you have to do to actually stake? It was like 5 or something?
5, it is quite a lot.
And I'm spending willpower on this, that's 13 dice.
Okay. And you're spending vigor as well?
Yep, 4 successes.
Oh, damn. How much damage is
She
that?
does.
How much vigor do you have?
1.
If you,
She
I
does
was gonna
have
say,
brilliant
if
though.
you got to say 0, I was about to kill Violet myself. God was just about to reach his hand down and just pick Violet up and fling her across the sky.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris, but go on.
That is, wow, okay.
Does she have enough to activate resilience? Because then she could save herself.
She does have resilience.
She's a venture, what do you expect?
Is she a venture?
But she's not expecting to get staked from behind.
Yeah. But I would think,
Holy
you know,
shit!
But yeah, if she did, that'd be sweet. That'd make it really convenient.
So as she's about to, and Hartley, you recognize what she's about to do because she begins to cut her own hands open with her nails, and you sense the scent of her blood that almost drove you to frenzy the last time. But before she can even do that, there is a shadow that appears behind her and a stake that sticks through her chest as Violet runs her through and causes her to topple lifelessly to the ground.
Oh, crap.
Mm.
So, Chris, is now the moment to have a talk about our Lord and Savior, my VK addiction.
What the fuck?
Oh no!
Ah yes, I do love
I
your,
just-
I do love the new dance.
Okay, but Vi just stakes her, and then for the first time, you'll just see her smile for the first time in like literally the time you've known her. Just, well, that's went better than I expected.
That's when I was about to vanish real quick. Mr. Hartwell, your addiction.
Hello. Hello. What do I need to roll, sir?
Critical check.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be it. I may be going to Diablery City.
I was about to say, I wasn't going to diabolize her, but I was going to drain her of blood in case for sure the stake came out. She wouldn't have anything to work with.
Normally the addicted condition does not necessitate a resistance check, which is a bit strange. But I'm gonna say for Vita it definitely does. Because it's Vita.
I mean, Chris, if I just go for the body, I'm happy with that. Like, I don't if it's what the rules say, I'm just happy to go for the body.
Make me a resolve plus composure check.
I have the tempted condition like twice. Does that do anything?
That
Like
will
minus
go ahead.
4.
Oh, oh man. Well, nope.
Hey, you want to make a dramatic failure? Make it really nice and impressive.
Do it, I dare
for
you.
a few seconds you feel proud of yourself. Unfortunately, the second
that.
doctor of the group has decided that such pride is immaterial to his very material concerns
Oh dear.
and leaps upon the body and begins feeding on it.
Do I have to roll humanity for this or something?
Oh no, this isn't your responsibility.
I
Anybody
had
try
one
and stop
victory,
Dr.
Hartwell.
Hartwell, or...
Oh, I'm actually waiting whether or not I get knocked out of frenzy because has my goal technically been met?
She's not dead. Oh
No,
yeah,
she's
that's
not
another
dead.
thing. She's not
I'm working
dead.
on it.
So someone may need to escort Julian out of the room.
I will also point out for posterity, because of Obfuscate, none of them can see me.
No, they don't see you as you come in and just bite.
They will see an invisible figure ripping open the body.
That's entirely fair.
You can take up to 2 blood points a turn.
Vi isn't gonna stop him, she's just gonna step back and go back into obfuscate.
So what happens, because there's something that actually happens here, is Hartwell.
God, I hate life.
You will drink of her blood. And for a few moments it tastes exactly as wonderful as you could have imagined it to, until you feel a very sickening burning sensation in your chest.
Oh, it was poisoned. I knew it.
God damn
It
it.
was
I didn't
venom.
doubt it was, but I had to play the flaws, man.
I know. I was just like, well, you confirmed that for me that her blood wasn't venom, so it's a good thing I did take her blood.
Yo, I could have had one victory today.
You did. You
did.
totally staked her. You didn't. Nobody could take that away from you.
You take 2 points a turn, so you'll take 2 points of true lethal damage.
Okay, so as I'm doing this, Chris, he's gonna spend constantly for his resilience. basically he takes 2, he spends 1, he takes 2, he spends 1. Because, like, I mean, unless you tell me I can stop, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, man.
Well, it doesn't replenish your blood pool. It's basically the blood is an acidic poison to you, so it's
Okay,
not actually filling you back up.
That's fine. He's just gonna keep spending from his own pool then. Unless you tell me it snaps me out of this.
It very quickly becomes not desirable.
Okay.
Like
How?
the addiction only goes so far. It's not going to cause you to commit suicide.
Okay, cool. How long before it snaps me out?
Honestly, probably the first 2 blood points is enough.
Mm.
It is truly full damage. Fat is literally melting your body from the inside.
Okay.
Oof.
He'll spend he'll spend a blood point for his resilience in that case. So that he ban it, so that basically he doesn't take any of the lethal. But then I'm gonna spend an additional point of blood in order to wrap her in my obfuscate.
Okay.
And Via's gonna step back into obfuscate.
So you're all aware that somebody obfuscated this body as she vanishes.
I'm aware that my query is gone. Is the beast irritated? My query.
That will knock you out of frenzy. You no longer have a
so-
quarry to kill. The beast has nothing to pursue.
So then Julian all of a sudden, in a weird, so you would just kind of body shrinks, fangs sink in, and comes to himself. But luckily, I don't have amnesia, so I'm aware of exactly what happened. So I was like, where the hell did he go? And what did he just do?
I just sent I sent a quick text message to Samir on our silent phone that literally just says acid blood. Why is it always acid blood?
Samir's
I
just
fucking
gonna
hate this.
send back 4 question marks.
I actually looked it up, and it's a legitimate devotion that she actually can have.
It makes sense. That it'd be really
It's
odd.
too late. She could have this in 2 ways. I want to say, not even. She has 2 ways in which she can make her blood poisonous.
I'm assuming blood sorcery and protein, right?
Yeah, there's two methods. The outcome is the same, but yeah, there's 2 methods.
So this game is way more flexible than V20. So that's a very plausible thing because you can envenom your blood even in V20 if you eat the right food, or eat poisons from certain foods and animals. You can envenom your blood. You just couldn't do it supernaturally, unless you're a Banu. Then you can do it that way. But yeah, Julie will be kind of calling out to Hartwell because he's hiding the body, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
You have no idea I'm hiding the body.
Yeah,
I saw
somebody's
it,
hiding
didn't
the
I?
body. It's either
Somebody
that or
is.
Samira, to be fair, from Julian's perspective, because he saw Violet, right?
So I guess I will then call out this as generally who's hiding the body, So unless I can come.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You're good. I thought for a second I thought that Julian was still in the obfuscate, if I'm remembering correctly.
No,
go on.
I've been out it for a long time. So,
So Julian's the only one not under obfuscate currently.
yes.
There is a looming shadow waiting for you all at the top of the stairs.
Julian will turn his head to see what the looming shadow is. The place is a lot darker now since I'm out of frenzy. My vision is weaker now. Everything is weaker.
Oh, and by the way, Chris, I reclaimed my pebble. I'm sorry.
There is an Archon waiting at the top of the stairs. Her suit is bloodied as her hands. She has what appears to be knives made of obsidian shadow. One of her
Everybody's
hands,
gathering those shit.
it lengthens such that the tip reaches the floor, and she just sort of places her hands on the pommel, of waiting for somebody to approach her. There is also the quivering wreck that is a giant snake in the pit.
Julian will call out, like, whoever's hiding this body, you reveal yourself right this instant. And then I'm going to go to the pit, I'm going to see if I can eat off that snake.
He's not afraid of you.
That is true, he's not afraid of me. That might be more trouble than it's worth.
Fight to escape.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't want to kill it, I want to eat it.
Isn't that
Totally
the same
different.
damn thing?
No, I don't want to end his life for no purpose. I'm hungry.
As far as the animal is concerned, this is not relevant.
The Archon, for the record, has one torpid organ dumped at her feet.
She taps the staked body with her black sword. And she says, "This one's blood has been thickening for her to look so decrepit."
It's also highly poisonous. Alright, well, we'll say as he just kind of spits up some of the black bile from his lips, like just kind of hacks it out.
I will say I wasn't expecting that to work so well. I will say as she steps out from Obfuscate and kind of crosses her arms looking at the corpse.
Did you find the other two?
Weren't here. They should have defended her unless they are that pragmatic. Which I would say from the last time I fought them, they have a strong bond. So they must not be here.
Well, they represent the three Gorgon sisters, Medusa, Megara, and I can never remember the last one.
We will discover the truth of their affiliation and their locations. I'm sure this one can answer any queries we may have. They'll be presented to the king and the queen the upcoming court. I'll make sure that your names are mentioned to them.
Vi just kind of pauses before she says, Vi just kind of, no, don't like this. Vi just kind of does like she does not like that suggestion.
When the
taps the... Oh, sorry.
No, it's when the Archon says the king queen. Julian does his best not to roll his eyes. He hates those new titles.
You're not alone, Julian. You're also not alone in restraining your response. The Archon will tap the stake. Whose work was this?
Julian
Violet.
Yeah,
Slowly
point
puts
to
up her
Violet.
hand.
Caught her on a...
Sorry, Chris, what was that?
Oh, she said not unimpressive.
I would just nod quietly.
So, caught her unaware. So, didn't have enough time to probably put on resilience before she got stabbed in the back.
I could not have done it without Hartwell's tricks, so...
I am very good at tricks.
Julian kind of raises an eyebrow, not dismissing Hartwell's maneuver, but he kind of looks at like, who was distracting them for the last 5 minutes for you guys to do anything?
Yeah, Vi looks kind of rattled right now, honestly.
Oh, I should also say that Hartwell's record this evening, he's clearly wearing armor, like he's wearing Kevlar, but he's also wearing. Chris, how does the cloak actually physically look? Because it looks weird.
Yeah, it's a strange. He's wearing a strange dark purple veil with very strange, of a very strange language on the rims. It has also a lot of very odd symbols on it. It seems very unnatural to you, as if it gives off a very, very palpable aura, but didn't seem to do anything in that bout with to any of you or for Hartwell. So you're not sure what it may like its purpose may be, perhaps. Other than that, it's a clearly magical cloak.
Vi just kind of looks towards the Archon before she'll say, was there anything else that needed to be collected here, or was it only this one?
I hear something down there.
Yeah, there is that. Samir is going to point at the cowering snake in the pit.
Yes.
She'll look up towards the ceiling for a moment. My retainers shall be on their way shortly to deal with this problem. I appreciate your service. As I said, your prize shall be presented before the king and the queen of the next Elysium, and you shall be honored appropriately. Certainly they shall be able to reward you more than I deem it so. If that is all, I would have you take your leave so that myself and the Indexes can perform a cleanup and ensure that the masquerade is secure.
Certainly.
With your permission, Hartwell was tapping his lower lip, looking down at the body. I'm interested in the mutagenic compounds of this individual's vitae. I would seek to take a single dose as a sample for analysis.
I see no reason to disallow this.
He kneels down. He has a kind of a backpack slung over his back. He removes basically one of those very, very cool looking syringe guns that they use to draw blood. He stabs it into her neck. Will take a blood point sample basically. Kind of lifts it up to the light. Does the blood physically look different? Like, is it a different color or anything?
Yeah, you may need to actually stab into a heart. Blood and vitae to kindred are very different. A kindred can bleed blood, but not vitae. But if you stab that, if you stab it into the heart, you'll definitely get vitae.
Yeah, he'll stab it into the chest, then into the heart.
It's a bit of a difference between masquerade and raccoon vampires. Yes, the blood is a different color. It looks almost like deoxidized blood, like it's purple.
Huh. He kind of holds it up to the light, kind of gives it a little shake, you know. Boy, he'll not. He tosses the vial over his shoulder to Samira, like, catch.
She'll catch it.
Good evening.
Good evening, my fellows.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And I think that is where we can end this scene. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and we'll see you